author Kwame Alexander, whose book inspired this whole hour. The book is Say Yes. Still with us, Anna and RJ, who just told us about their yes to love, even in the face of challenges. Well, Nikki and Lindsay both left the security of what my mama would call a good job to say yes to adventure and yes to pursuing their dreams. Nikki actually was on our show season 5, and she talked about her battle with alopecia, and now she's gone viral. Take a look.
One question I'm getting is, how do you pack for an entire year of travel? Not up to speed. I quit my job, moved from New York, and now I'm traveling to 12 countries over the next 12 months. I have left my family, my friends, quit my job, left the city that I was so excited to live in for so many years. It feels like a new chapter in my life with new cast members, new plot, new location. People often ask me what I'm hoping to get out of this year-long journey. To break the news to you, but I have no idea, and I am in no rush to find out. It's a completely different era for me because for most of my life, I have been super calculated and strategic with how I live my life. Now I'm letting go and letting flow.
And also, as I mentioned, Lindsay is with us. Lindsay left her stable job to pursue her dream of modeling full-time. We actually have some video of Lindsay doing her thing as a full-time model. I love that both of you left careers to pursue something very different, but a big yes, the travel for you, Nikki. 15 countries?
15 countries. It was supposed to be 12 countries, 12 months, and then things just happened and I wanted to explore new places. I met new people, and going to places with people that I met from Mexico City or Guatemala, going to new spots. It was an exciting journey, honestly.
Your year of yes started with this desire of what?
I really was craving change. When I was last here in your studio, I was depressed, and I was really doing everything I could to get out of it. I was tired of the loop of like going into work, doing the same thing over and over. It felt like I was doing everything to make my parents proud and nothing to make me enjoy everything about my life. And so I
Well, that's interesting, because I want to pause on the depression, because I met you here on the show. You were so empowering. You had so many people write us about your alopecia journey and embracing your life. To know that you were masking something that was unfulfilling is so fascinating to me. Because at the same time, you were inspiring the world.
Exactly. It's the mask that you put on and try to like forget about what's going on in your head, and I wasn't prioritizing myself. And so that's really what this year was about, was me prioritizing me, my happiness. What is it that I wanted, exploring and finding that. That's when I started to do more countries and meet more people.
And it just grew and grew and grew.
And grew, yeah.
Lindsay, your yes included leaving stability. Some people would say that's crazy, but crazy works sometimes. Delulu works sometimes.
It works for me.
What was it like when you told them you were leaving?
Well, it wasn't that simple.
It never is.
Which is part of the reason why I took it as a sign from the universe. Because the first time that I mentioned to my boss that I wanted to try to transition to a fully remote position, because my job was completely digital. I was a graphic designer. And so between modeling and like doing this full-time job, it felt like I was doing 2 full-time jobs, and which was just like so overwhelming, which like, I love the hustle, but it was just like, no one wants to be working 2 full-time jobs like that. And they told me that they would consider it. And then they said that they would allow me to work fully remotely from home. And then they said no. And so then I told them that I was just gonna quit, and I kind of took that as my sign that it was time to make the jump.
So jumping, when you are jumping out of financial security, how did you erase that fear? Because I mean, you go to the ATM machine, the number starts changing, and you know, you start looking at the Zelle, it's not Zelling or whatever these things are. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, first of all, like, obviously you have to have like financial security, so I made sure that like I was good on that end, but then it is also—
Because you said you're a good saver. You were saving?
Yes, I'm a good saver. I made smart financial decisions growing up, which definitely worked out in my favor, but also I think it was really important for me to have such a good emotional support from my family and from my parents and my friends and my agent. Like, they were all extremely supportive of me, and without them, I definitely would not have made that decision so quickly.
Would you have made that decision if they'd said, this is, I mean, who goes into modeling? You're out of your mind, don't do this. Would you have still said yes?
Well, I think that I'm not the type of person that surrounds myself with those kind of people. So.
That's a good thing. I mean, because it is, Lindsay is lucky that she has a support system that supported her, yes, but in real life, you would have had people say, no way, what are you two leaving careers to go travel and model?
It's so important to surround yourself with people who lift you up, with people who know how to say yes to you and help you get to that yes.
Before we wrap up, I do want you to share the story about your father and this idea of lowering the bar, because sometimes right now you probably have the thing you're thinking about, your yes, and you've lowered it versus making it a really big yes. And your dad had this moment with you with basketball.
Yeah, I grew up right here in New York City. My parents were in graduate school at Columbia University, and my father had been a basketball star in college and in high school. And so as a 3-year-old, he would take me to the playground, 112th and Morningside, and he would give me the ball and stand me at the free throw line and tell me to shoot free throws. Now, the ball is bigger than me, and I could never get the ball anywhere near the net. So the playground supervisor came over with the big wrench, and he said, I'm gonna lower the goal for your son. And my father said, stop, no one lowers my son's goal. And so he said, he doesn't know he can't make it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we have to regain, remember that sort of, childlike innocence that anything's possible, and we gotta learn to say yes to ourselves.
I love this conversation. Listen, thank you to Lindsay, Nikki, Anna, RJ, and Tam Fam. Guess what? This is our year of yes, our lifetime of yes, because it just shouldn't be for 1 year. So to keep that momentum going, you're all going home.